Hey, what's up, y'all? Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it, as always. I know it's been a while, but it's good to be back. It's evening time, sun's going down, the day's ending, and like a lot of you people, those of you who've tuned in often, I've been on like a spiritual journey where I've been just traveling and meeting people and having discussions with them and learning from them and reading amongst myself about nature, the universe, reading about myself, learning about my role and my relationship within all of this, and just trying to make sense of it. And right now my trip, it ended about a month ago. I presently live in Hanoi, Vietnam, and I'll be here for the next 9 months. And I've been here working for 1 month, and it's been extremely difficult trying to find a suitable place to live. And what do I mean by a suitable place to live? I'm talking about a place that lacks pollution, like you have clean, fresh air, a place that lacks a bunch of artificial lighting, a place that doesn't have a bunch of electromagnetic fields, like you're around a bunch of power lines and big power sources and things like this. Well, here where I'm located, I'm a little bit outside of the city. I'm away from the heart of the city, so it's not busy at all. We got like one major street out here, and it's not too loud. It's not too polluted, even though it's Hanoi. The air is not, just overall not great. And at nighttime, it's pitch black outside, so no issues with that. The artificial light situation is good. And here in this apartment, I checked it for electromagnetic fields, magnetic fields, electric fields, using my device. Got a couple of devices used to measure this. And it came out pretty good. It's pretty low. It's almost non-existent. So everything checked out pretty good. So I decided to keep this place. And today is my first day living here. And I'm gonna pack. I haven't finished unpacking yet, but all my stuff is here. And I'm basically remodeling and trying to make it home. I mean, there's nothing great about it. You can look at it, you see there's nothing great about it. It's definitely not a castle, not a palace. I'm wearing purple, so I'm going to turn this into a castle. I'm going to turn this into a place suitable for royalty. My way, of course. But I'm going to make it home. So how am I going to make it home? What am I going to do to make it home? Well, after I pack, the first thing I'm going to do is decorate that wall. I'll let you look at it. You see this wall over here? Yeah, I'm going to decorate that entire wall. And how am I going to decorate that entire wall? Am I going to put wallpaper on it? Am I going to paint it? No, it's fine. They already painted it. I'm not going to paint it again. If it's ugly, it's just ugly. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to put something on this wall that is better than paint, better than wallpaper. I'm going to put some information on this wall that's going to help me grow. That's going to make me more aware of myself and aware of everything. What I'm going to put on this wall, I'm going to put astrological chart. I'm going to put a chart that lays out the astrological weather. And why am I going to do this? Why am I going to put a big astrological chart on the wall? Well, for me, it's for visualization purposes. I mean, of course, I'm talking about astrology, and astrology is a very abstract, theoretical thing. It's really tough to wrap your mind around a lot of the concepts. And I feel that by putting some good visual information on the wall, This will make this less abstract for me because I see it all often, I see it all the time. And then by seeing this, I know the setup. When I leave this place, when I walk out the door or when I walk back in, I have to look at that wall. And when I see the wall, I see the setup. And subconsciously, I'll be remembering what I saw on that wall as my day progresses and what happens throughout my day, like how people respond to me, how I respond to people, just the whole environment, the whole astrological energetic environment of everything. Hopefully I'll take that visualization and my own personal feelings and I'll be able to marry them together and it'll become an innate thing, something that I don't have to think about. It's just inside of me and I know, just like birds know to fly south during the winter. I want to be like that. I want to just have it just, already in my head, just like I know today is Sunday. It's just from just years of just knowing and seeing, and now you internalize it, you feel it. Like I know, like it's close to like 6 p.m. because of where the sun is, and I haven't looked at a watch. I just know, and I want it to be the same way with my astrological information that I put onto the wall. So like what exactly am I going to put on the wall? Well, I can't put too much because my knowledge is not that complete yet. Like I don't know the complicated stuff yet. So I only know the basics. I only have like the foundation of the information. So that's what I'm going to put on the wall, and that's what I'm going to show you. And like I'm doing this for entertainment, so you can see this project, see what I'm doing. You may think it's cool, interesting, or you might not. But to me, I think it's fun. This is so much fun to me. I thought about this all night. Like when I was asleep, laying down to go to sleep, I was thinking about this. Yeah, I'm gonna do it this way and do it like that. I'm so excited about doing it. So that's how I feel about it. But here's what I'm gonna do. Here's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the video. On the wall, the first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna lay out the 12 houses. I'm going to decorate the wall and lay out the 12 houses. The next thing that I'm going to do after I lay out the 12 houses, I'm going to explain briefly what the 12 houses mean. And I know a lot of you you already know, I don't want to beat a dead horse. I know a lot of you have heard this over and over and over. I'm going to embed the time in the comment section so you can just skip it and go to the next part of the video. After I put the 12 houses, I'm going to put the signs that go into the 12 houses. I'm going to put those in my chart on the wall. And I'm going to explain how those signs are, I'm going to explain like how those signs are when they are in the houses that they're in. And of course, the signs I'm going to put into the houses are my signs from my personal chart. So if you did yours, you would put your own personal signs into your own houses, into the houses on the chart. After I do that, I'm going to add the planets, and I'm going to add my birth planets, the planetary situation that I came into this world with. I'm going to put those on the chart, and no explanation really needed about that. And the next thing I'm going to do, lastly, is I'm going to put another set of planets. And this set of planets will represent the planets today, right now, in real time. Like, for example, the sun is in Virgo, so I'm going to put the sun in Virgo. The moon is in Virgo also. I'm going to put the moon in Virgo. Venus is in Scorpio. I'm going to put Venus in Scorpio. And of course, tomorrow, some of this may change, so I'll have to rearrange them a little bit. Or maybe I'll rearrange them once a week. It depends on how often I feel that I need to do this or how much fun I'm having. But that's the layout of the rest of this video. That's what I'm going to do for the rest of the video. And like I mentioned, I'm having fun. You know, I feel like a kid, and you know, kids like to play with toys. Playing helps kids learn, and as adults, we have the kid inside of us, and deep down inside, we all want to play, and we all want to learn. We don't want to do the same things over and over. It gets dull, and then the learning stops. This is no different. I'm keeping this interesting. I'm creating something to play with. I'm giving myself a reason to be happy, and you know, it's all about the little things. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if I missed something, or you know, something you have questions about anything, you know, feel free to, you know, drop it in the comment section, or you know, just say hello. But let's do it. Hello everyone, good morning. I cut the video because I'm doing it in sections because I got things to do, but it's morning for me, and I just got finished doing a little bit of exercise, a little bit of running, so I feel good. I've started my day the way I want to start my day, and I'm going to go through it with power. It's going to be a good day today. All right, so yesterday I started the first part of my project, and the first part of my project, as I mentioned, was creating the houses, the houses to my astrology chart. And if you look up here, it looks like a pizza, right? There's 12 slices to this pizza, but it's not a pizza. It represents our lives. It represents different parts of our lives. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's 12 different parts of our lives according to this theory. That's the way that it has been broken down. And which part of our lives are these? A lot of us already know, but I'll break it down. I'll explain it a little bit, briefly of course, just so we have a general understanding of what exactly this is. It's the very first part of this picture collage that I'm doing on the wall. Okay, so here, this is the first house, and this house represents our personality. It represents who we are, how we express ourselves, how we go get what we want. This is here, our basic personality. It represents who we are. And here, this is the second house. By the way, I'm going to put numbers here. It's going to be 1, 2, 3. I'm going to put numbers in each one of these different spots. I have to go to the store. I haven't bought material to put the number in yet. But this is the second house. This house is about possessions. It's about being stable. It's about having everything that you need to be comfortable. And usually that means money. But it's also the things that we value. Like some of us don't value money more than everything, but some of us do. And this is our value system. This is where our values lie. This is the stuff that makes us feel comfortable, but usually it's money. Here, this is the third house. This is a house of thinking. It's the house of communication. But it's an intellectual house, but it's intellectual in a way for things that are in our immediate area, the things that are immediately around us, our immediate environment, and even like our siblings. Like we grew up, our immediate friends were, our first friends were our siblings, our brothers and sisters. So, you know, this house represents things of that nature. Okay, here, this is the fourth house. This house is about home life. It's about the things that make you feel the most comfortable. It makes you feel like you can just let your hair down and just be yourself. It's a very comfortable place. And it's not just about home life, like how you grew up, but it's also about how you feel inside, because your home is within you. Your body houses you. All right, and this is the fifth house. The fifth house is about creativity. It's about expressing yourself. It's about wanting to be appreciated, wanting to be seen, wanting to be liked, wanting to be loved. Here, this is the 6th house. And this house is all about routines. It's about things that we do over and over every day, such as work, such as exercise. That's one of, like today I exercise. It's a routine thing that I do. And in a little bit, I'm about to go to work. And all of that is related to this house. And also health, because we have to do routine things to stay well and keep healthy. And this house is the 7th house. This house is about one-on-one partnerships, relationships. For example, being married, having a one-on-one business partnership. But it's also about the opposite of a partnership or a good relationship. It's also about open enemies, people that openly dislike you or openly are against you. That's what this house is all about, different types of partnerships. It's also about higher education, the higher education that you get from having these partnerships. This house is the 8th house. And the 8th house is all about life, like living, being born, or reborn. It's all about death, like the actual dying, or it could be like the death of a certain part of you. Maybe a part of you died, you can no longer do it or be it anymore, so that part died, and now a new you has been reborn. That's what this house is all about. And it's also about the things that we keep secret, the things that we keep hidden, like research information, occult studies, like things that are very esoteric and difficult to understand. It's also about things that we share with people, such as like when we're in a relationship, we may share our money and we share sex. So this is about shared money and shared sex. It's about sex as well. This house is about higher education that you get from thinking bigger. It's about religion, philosophy, travel, all the things that we do and experience that help us see the bigger picture of life. And here, this is the 10th house. This is the house of career. This is what you'll be known for in life. This is how everyone will know you. This is the mark that you'll make in life as far as career goes. So it's about reputation and it's about career, like what you're going to be known for. Here, the 11th house. The 11th house is about reaching out to people. It's about networking. It's about being a part of a group, or like a group of people that's bigger than yourself. Usually it's for a humanitarian effort or cause, such as you may be a part of a political group, you may be a part of a religious group, or you may be a part of a group within your community, or even a sports group. Whatever groups of people we reach out to for some bigger reason, that's what this house is all about. And here, the 12th house. The 12th house to me, it's pretty tricky, but this house is like the link to the other world. This house is about the deep subconscious, the things that we keep embedded deep inside of ourselves, the things that we probably can do, but we aren't aware that we're not consciously aware that we can do it. This house is also about karma, like getting back the energy that you put out into the universe. Like if you've done a lot of really awesome things, this house is about getting all that awesomeness back. Okay, so that was my overview of my houses. Now for the next part of my project. For the next part of my project, I'm going to put the zodiac signs in each of my houses. But when I put the zodiac signs in the houses, what are the zodiac signs? The 12 zodiac signs. Like my zodiac sign is Pisces, but we all have the 12 zodiac signs, and they all fit within these houses. But they may not fit perfectly. For example, you may have a zodiac sign that fits partially in this house and partially in this house. So some of them may line up like this, or line up like this. Or some may even fit in one house completely. And like the reason for this is that the sizes vary. Like in actuality, all of these houses are not the same size. I've made them the same size for convenience. And when I put the signs in the houses as well, they're not all the same sizes either. Some of them are much bigger than the others. Some are pretty small, some are relatively small, and some are bigger. So keep that in mind as I put the put the signs into the houses. And these are the houses so far. Hey, what's up? Surprise, everyone. It's nighttime and I don't really do artificial light, period. You see it in the background, but I'm in a dark room because I understand like how important light is. So I'm doing it in the dark. You know, I apologize for that if you need visuals to understand and see things. But anyways, the reason why I'm doing this is to let you know that this is the end of my video. I try to keep my videos about 20 minutes long because I know the average person's attention span is about 20 minutes because they've been programmed to be that way from watching television. You know, when you watch television, the average sitcom is about 30 minutes long, and 10 minutes of that 30 minutes is usually commercials. So there's usually 20 minutes of actual sitcom. So I try to keep my videos that same way based on the programming that you likely have, so that the messages that I try to give, you receive them, you internalize them. I don't want to, waste any time, information, my time, your time. So I say all that to say that there's going to be a part 2 and possibly a part 3 to this video, but I'm going to stop here for now. I'll drop the next video in about a day or 2, maybe 3. So peace and love.